Hey, what's happening, Facebook? Welcome to another edition, another episode, another volume, whatever you want to call it, of Messages in the Madness. Is yours truly, Longhorn the Comedian. It's Sunday night, 8 o'clock. I'm here. You're here. Thank you. Appreciate y'all. Hope you had a great week, awesome week, fantastic week. Because, yeah, I had all of the above. I know I say it all the time, but I did. It was amazing. Good time had by all and all those wonderful, wonderful things. Thank y'all for supporting me. Thank y'all for being here tonight. Thank y'all for just everything. Yeah, I know I'm always thinking stuff, but I'm just greatly appreciative. I'm very appreciative. Hope y'all had a good week. I really do. I see y'all starting to file in, come in, and everything. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's been good. It has. Longhorn had a great week. Yes, I did. Did a little traveling this week. Went to Little Rock, Arkansas on purpose. Yes, I was not with this relocation, but they're on purpose with the day job stuff. And last night went out and had a little tequila, 1800 silver. So I'm forgiving. But anyway, so we did that. Prayers, first of all, prayers for the people of Ukraine. They're fighting a good fight. And I pray that this does not escalate to World War III. I don't think any of us are ready for that. So there's that piece. And then let's see. Longhorn, what Longhorn? Longhorn, we booked the gig. Carol and I, we got booked at the comedy club in Cape Girardeau. Woo woo. I said I wanted to play there, and it's amazing what your words, how you speak it into existence and things happen. Today we went to Quincy, Illinois. I was there bowling, doing with Pins for Patriots, raised some money for some veterans. That was pretty cool. So shout out to Dave Ulrich. Shout out to Terry Jones. Shout out to Miss Charlotte Dabney. She was there. The band played Happy Birthday to her, so that was kind of awesome. And brought me my hookup, my re-up, as we used to say back in the day, my re-up on lap robes, because I got some veteran-based shows coming up. So I have those to take with me. Thank you, Miss Charlotte. And Miss Melissa, thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you. Don't get me wrong. I love to see people who are fans and friends or, that come out and support me. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. We thank some veterans with some TYP. So that was awesome. And Longhorn, actually, I never win anything. I won two things today. I won free Cardinal tickets for May 21st. I always get them mixed up. Is that Labor Day or Memorial Day? But either one of those days, I won some tickets for Cardinals. That was cool. I also won a free bass fishing trip. Go figure. Boom, two in one day. That was awesome. Well, Longhorn donated to them back to veterans is what I did. I did not keep them. I donated the tickets to a veteran, and I donated the fishing trip to a veteran. That was his first time at Pins, at Pins for Patriots. So we did that. I'm sorry, my microphone way up there. So y'all probably couldn't even hear me while I'm talking. Give me some likes and some loves. Let me know that you can hear me, because I don't know if you can hear me or not. The screen doesn't tell me these things. So we did that. I gave those away. And I felt good about it too. So my dude Terry says, you just didn't want to go fishing with me. I'm like, yeah, that's probably true. No, I love Terry. But the thing about Terry, if I call him up and say, let me go fishing with you, he'll take me. And of course, we awarded some TYPs, which was awesome. And I sold a few copies of Messages in the Madness. So it was pretty cool, pretty cool. Ran into some rain coming back home, but hey, that's what it was. I almost canceled the show tonight because I had a lot going on. And then I was like, yeah, no, I'm going to get back in time. I'm going to do this. So, which brings me to the name of our show tonight. And the message for tonight is procrastination. Oh, yeah. Oh, y'all don't have no problem with, okay, y'all don't have any problem with procrastination? None of y'all? Nobody? Just me? I'm not the king of procrastination. I'll say maybe I'm the duke or maybe an earl of procrastination. I may be the jack of procrastination. I'm not the king of it, but I'm guilty of it. And if you're guilty of it, put something in the comment box. If you're guilty of procrastination, yeah, come on, say it. If you're guilty, say it. Yeah, okay. While y'all putting your comments in there, let me look into my magic mirror and see who's all on board tonight, so I can say hello. Hey, Miss Nanette. Hey, Miss Nanette. Good to see you. Hey, Miss Barbara. Brother Dave. Good to see you. I just saw you a few hours ago. Hey, Charlotte. Hey, Terry. Good to see you. Okay, Dave said we raised $2,300 today for the vets. So that is $18,000 for 10 years. And I think I have been at 9 out of 10 of those events. So that's awesome. That's really, really awesome. Annette, good to see you. Brother James, good to see you. I know I'm a little dark on. I don't know what the deal is. I got my lights on and everything. I don't know why I'm a little dark. So I don't know. We'll see what's happening there. Hey, Miss Ethel, good to see you. Mary Lou, good to see you. Saw you today. Great game. You was bowling pretty good today. So I'm glad to see everybody's here. Glad to I am. So procrastination. Nobody wants to own up to it, huh? I know I am guilty of procrastination. Okay. Miss Barbara says, I'm not guilty. Nanette says, I'm the queen. And then Charlotte says, she's the queen. And then Terry says, only when it comes to yard work. And James, you win the internet for the day. He says, I'll talk about it later. Procrastination is a thing, it's a big thing. And some people don't even know the official definition of procrastination. And what it is trouble persuading yourself to do the things you should do or would like to do. When you procrastinate instead of working on important, meaningful tasks, you find yourself performing trivial activities. I think some of us older people call it piddling, is what we do. When we know we should be doing X, Y, Z, we over here piddling around with a plant or, adding some water to it or looking out the window, trying to see how fast the grass is growing. So we're doing something other than what we should be doing. And that is true procrastination. I am guilty of it. I know some people think that, oh, no, Longhorn, you always doing something. That might be true. And I am always up to something, and then something's always churning around in my head, but I am guilty of procrastination. That's the reason why I want to talk about it. That's the reason why I was laughing, is because I was thinking about canceling the show. Why? Because I was procrastinating and I didn't have a subject for the show. And instead of looking up a subject for the show, I was going to say, yeah, I'm just going to chill tonight. I'm going to come in and take me a shower and get up in the bed, watch a couple TV. No, that's procrastination at its finest. So it says, why do we fight procrastination? There's a number of reasons why. It's procrastination is one of the main barriers blocking you from getting up, making the right decisions, and living the dream, living your life, living the dreams that you thought you should. It is. It really is. But there's one comment that I liked, and I had to put my glasses for it. It says, while we waste our time hesitating and postponing, life is slipping away. That is so, so true. My mother used to tell me, by the time you get through complaining about what I asked you to do, you could have been and got it done. My mother was had some great ways of persuading you to do what you needed to do or what she wanted you to do, which was usually what she needed you to do. So, um, sometimes it's been proven this say sometimes all our opportunities seem to be at our fingertips. They do. Seem to be right there in front of us, but we can't seem to reach them. When you procrastinate, you waste time that you could be investing in something meaningful. Yeah, and the majority of us know that, and we hear that and we respect that. But at the same time, that's not what we do. If you can overcome that, no, that fierce enemy, you will be able to accomplish more, and doing so, you'll feel better about yourself and the potentials of what life has to offer you. If you can get past that, investing that time into something more meaningful. Case in point, Terry, I'm gonna pick on you. Terry is a great fisherman, very good fisherman. Won tournaments and does this and that and the other. And he's been fishing with somebody else's baits for years. He's talked about making his own baits, but finally he sat down and he started creating his own bait. Yeah. So now he's producing his own bait. He's staying busy. But how long did he procrastinate about doing it before he actually did it? I procrastinated for 10 years about getting back into comedy. And then one day, bam, there I was back on stage. And I haven't looked back. Matter of fact, everybody on this show, most of the people on this show, I met doing comedy. So you have to look at procrastination of you're here and a better life is right here, or completing a task is right here, or something that you want is right here. And what's in the middle outside of my big head is procrastination. You got to find your way around it, get past it, get over it to get to what it is that you want to do. Now, they say, why do people procrastinate? But they have this thing called decision paralysis. When you just have so many things that you have to do that you just kind of freeze in place and can't decide what it is that you want to do or what it is, which one that you want to do. You know, we ignore the value of time. Well, let me explain something to you. You got more time than you got money. If you're watching this show, then again, some of y'all may be undercover millionaires. I don't know. But most people have more time than they have money. And so our time is limited on this earth. And the fact that we're going to die is finite. That's just, it's period. So when you look at those facts, you have to look at that most valuable commodity that you have, which is your time. You don't know how much of it you do have, which is an even bigger and better reason for you to go ahead and get busy doing what you got to do. I think who was it that said it? Morgan Freeman said it in some movie, you need to get busy living or get busy dying. Yeah. A lot of times it's not money, it's the time. You can borrow money, you can save money, you can earn more money, but you can't do that with time. Lack of discipline, self discipline. I am the poster child for lack of self discipline. Poster child right here. I own it. I do. I'm not the king, and like y'all are some of the proclaimed queens of it. I'm the duke, maybe or the duke of procrastination, or the earl of procrastination. But I am highly ranked in self discipline, lack thereof. Yes, I am. So let's go. You can imagine self discipline or self control as a moment when you give yourself orders, but you are having a hard time following them. Case in point, right there. I have quit 18 times. And I keep coming back. Lack of self discipline. Yeah. And I think a lot of us are guilty of that one. You know, um, it's not the primary cause of procrastination, but an important compound. To be disciplined, you need to have the correct type of motivation and learn to maintain and work on positive habits. Ooh, really? Yeah. So before I get into those, let me give you this. Let me see. I'm looking over here. Terry said, James says, my mom used a flip flop. My mama used whatever she can get her hands on. I was talking about Terry and making his own baits. And Terry says, I can't do that when I'm moving freight. Otherwise, you all wouldn't get stuff. Yeah, I know you're a truck driver. And he started his business in his home. He did this for 25 years before he started making his own. Well, now he's doing it. And actually I won some of them. I brought them home tonight. So James, get off of me about the comedy CD, bruh. Okay, get off me. I'm working on it, amongst other things. Procrastination, James. That's procrastination. Um Oh, Dave's calling me out. He says, you procrastinated about thank you for your service. It took a kick in the ass to keep you going. Okay, fine. Before we get into the types of motivation and why setting goals will never work, I'm going to tell you this. He's right. I was going to stop doing thank you for your service. I've put it up on Facebook. I have made up my mind. Why? Because I wasn't able to keep it going financially and I was giving up. And they, not only you, but some other people also said, hey, you can't quit doing this. And I have to give credit where credit is due. On the last five, on the 5,000, on 5,000, thank you for your service package. On the back of it, it says Mid America Military Salute. Why? Because somebody said, you're not going to let this go, and I'm going to help you keep it going. So yes, I was procrastinating about letting it go, but sometimes, you need that motivation, you know, um, from some folks. My cousin Garland, this is my first cousin. This is the first man to ever see me get knocked out in public. Yes, and he allowed it too. I got knocked out. I was 8 years old, but I love my first cousin. What's up, cuz? It says for show just yesterday. Concluded to procrastinate. Okay. Um, See, Garland even says he lacking self-confidence. Anybody else? Not confidence, self-discipline. Anybody else lacking self-discipline? Just me and Garland? We the only ones? Anybody else? Put the comments in the box there, man. Don't forget to hit like and love when you come in. So there are four types of motivation, and setting goals will never work. So the first one is eccentric. It, I can't say eccentric motivation. Rewards and punishment, or carrot and sticks, were developed to force people into performing actions they would never consider on their own. My mama was very good at that. Her phrase was, if you don't get in there and clean up their kitchen, boy, I'm gonna whoop your ass. Anybody else? Just me? I'm the only one with that? Yeah. The threat of violence from your parents was always a great motivation. That was an extrinsic motivator. Extrinsic. That's the word I'm trying to say. So, but when people do things they don't want to do, they are less happy and their brains release less dopamine. You know what dopamine is, right? Well, that's where they got the word dope from. Because whenever you do something and you're happy with it, and it makes you feel a certain way, your brain releases that dopamine. Yeah, whenever you catch a big fish, or you learn a new knot to tie, or you cook a new recipe and it tastes good, and you got it off Facebook, and yeah, your brain releases that dopamine, which is your reward for doing something good. It's a motivator, and it's a reason why you keep doing certain things, because you get that dopamine release. Set Okay, I'm not going to talk about that, but anyway, there are certain, so when you have, and when you win, when you get that, what you're looking for, you get that dopamine. you know Many studies have, confirmed that using extrinsic motivation lowers performance and activity that require an even a little brain work and creativity. Um, Goal based motivation, setting a goal. You know, it drives people forward, causing them to work hard, for their goals, which means that sooner or later they will indeed achieve them. I have some goals. We all should have some type of a goal that will help us to not, be so, not to procrastinate. When you set that goal, I'm going to do XYZ by XYZ. And if you use the SMART method of it, you will achieve it, and it keeps you from procrastinating. Okay. Um, so the thing about it, when you do achieve your goal, you get this big, intense, large dose of dopamine. It is like, oh yeah, all I need now is a cigarette and for you to leave. No, not that kind. Sorry, not that kind of goal. So yeah, I'm sorry, we're gonna take that out the tape. But set goals. Intrinsic motivation, meaning and vision provides long lasting and satisfying motivation. When people see the purpose in their actions, particularly when they actually want to perform these actions, one of the strongest forms of motivation arises. It is called the intrinsic journey based motivation. This type of motivation is based on the concept of having a personal vision, your vision, what you see, what you think, how you believe this is supposed to turn out. That's your personal vision. Like chasing goals, a personal vision is an expression of something lasting. It answers the questions of how you would most like, be most likely to spend, your time, your life in your life. It focuses on actions, not results. It focuses on journey, not the destination. Because I know a lot of places, a lot of times, the journey is better than the destination. Haven't you ever went to, you wanted to go to somewhere like, Quincy, Illinois, and you had so much fun getting there that once you got there, you're like, okay, all right, this was it. Saw it. Thank you. Let's go back on the journey because I had fun on that. Yeah. The journey is with the steps that you take to get to where it is that you're going, what you have to go through, what you went through in order to get there. That's where, you know. So, Barbara, that's funny. She said you just had to give it, your mama had just had to give you that look. I know that's right. Um, all right, Dave, man. Hey, have a great night. I understand you're tired. So they say procrastination is laziness. No, it's not. Procrastination is not being lazy. Procrastination often put off. Procrastinators often put off things. That's what they do. Leave them to the very last moment, or sometimes even spend their time staring at the wall. However, be careful. Procrastination is not a symptom for lazy. So, yeah, people go, "Oh man, he's a procrastinator." No, some people do wait to the last minute to do stuff. Give me a like or a love if you're one of those people that wait to the last minute to get something done. Or if it's something that you just got to get done, you get a deadline and you go, okay, I'll get it done by then. Lazy people simply don't do anything or are just fine with it. That's what lazy people do. Are you that lazy person? I didn't think so. So procrastinators, on the other hand, have the desire to actually do something but can't force themselves to start. Yeah. Charlotte said, that's me. Um, Terry said, no one threw bottles at me. Um, Garland, you're right. He said, for real about the dopamine. So what they say about lazy people is not true. You know, yeah. Well, yeah, lazy people simply don't do anything. And they're just fine with that. Whereas procrastinators, yeah, we're gonna get it done. It may not be in the order that we need to get it done, but it's on the list to get it done. Terry, that's funny. He said Christmas shopping on December 24th. That's funny. Relaxation is not procrastination. Don't confuse procrastination with relaxation either. Yeah. Relaxing recharges you with energy. In stark contrast, procrastination drains it from you. The less energy you have, the more stressed and even depressed you may have become, and the higher the chances of you putting off your responsibilities. Yeah. So the opposite of the opposite of procrastination is actually getting things done and being able to relax. Yeah, that's when we're supposed to relax when we actually get it done. We're not supposed to relax before we do it. Get it done, then you can relax. You know, get the work done, then you can play. And see, that's where I mess up at. I'll play Xbox and then I got to go do the work instead of doing the work first and then play Xbox. It's a reward for the work done. Deal with your workload well and be happy in the long term. So, guilty on that one because what I used to do is I used to take my Xbox with me on the road and I would play my Xbox instead of getting my work done. Now I no longer take my Xbox, so I actually get my evening work done in less time, which is awesome. Some people say they work better under pressure. Hmm. Well, that's not true. A lot of times we hear the excuse that people often love leaving things to the last minute. They justify their actions by claiming that they are more productive under pressure. Nobody is. I'm sorry, nobody is. However, scientists show that the opposite is true. Like I just said, it's not true. Putting things off until the very last moment creates fertile ground for stress, guilt, and ineffectiveness. Yeah, yeah. So Here's how we're gonna stop procrastinating, and then we're gonna wrap this thing up because I went a little long tonight. Thank y'all for hanging in there with me, man. Give me some likes and loves if you would, but thank y'all for hanging in there with me. So here's how we're gonna stop procrastinating, people. You ready? Personal vision. This is your number one tool. It helps you to understand your skills and priorities. And by creating one, you will never feel lost in what it is that you want to do with your life if you have your own personal vision. The personal vision um, as well helps you to focus your efforts on the right activities and set priorities to avoid continually switching between actions. Understand what motivates you, and you will be able to maintain your discipline and make the most out of every day. Personal vision, your vision, not your supervisor's vision, not your wife's vision. I'm not talking to you, but not your wife's vision, your vision. Make a to do list, write it down, put it somewhere where you can see it, put it on a refrigerator, put it in your bathroom on your mirror, put it on the dashboard of your car. But make a long to do list things that you really want to get done. Um, yeah, long list to do, tend to pile on. And this leads to procrastinations. Seeing the long list of tasks can frustrate us so much that we have tendencies to give up on them completely. Not me. If I see that long list, I'm like, okay, I'm doing this. I'm doing it. Okay. The to-do list method is there to help you get the most important and urgent tasks done every day. Now, some of y'all may work better with short lists. You know, yeah, I said that. That's fine. But set your priorities, to get the work done on schedule and limit new tasks. If you do a short list, don't put nothing new on until you get that done. If you do a long list, then this continues to grow. That list continues to grow, and you just start checking them off. Checking them off. Habit lists. Learn new habits is one of the basic elements of personal development. If we make a habit of doing something, it implies or requires less mental energy to do it. Yeah, if you do it on habit. Learning new habits, is very important, but there are several myths about what is working and what is not in learning new habits. Do some research, read online about how to start a new habit, how to develop a new habit. The habit list is based on scientific research about proper planning, learning habits, and its tracking, which then motivates us even further. Hey man, Terry, I don't need to know about you chasing Mary Lou around the bedroom. That's on y'all, man. And I saw the wedding ring, man. The engagement ring. Congratulations. Eat your pizza, man. So last but not least, meeting with yourself, and this is hard. And when you have this meeting with yourself, you need to have that meeting face to face in a mirror or with a tape recorder, not tape recorder, a video camera. You talking to you. This tool will help you guide you through your own meeting with yourself. A time allocated just for you during your meeting, you can focus on long term planning and the overall retrospect of your personal growth. It is designed to make you ask yourself how far you have moved forward recently and do it in a mirror. Talk to yourself, just looking in the mirror. Because, see, it's hard to lie to yourself. Some people it's not. But still, you looking yourself in the yeah, that's a tough one. You want to consider which direction you would like to head in life and to think about what you can improve even further down the line. That's the four ways to get past procrastination. And I'll add in number five, the bonus. Just do it. If you just do it and get it done and be done with it, hey, it's done, it's over with, it's out your face. Can't nobody come to you and go, hey, when you gonna do this? If you just go ahead and do it. Just do it. So let's see here. That's the message. Let's go back to my comments, see what we got going here. Charlotte says she let's go here. Let's see. Barbara says that is my husband last minute to get the job done. Lynette says, I guess you can just call me lazy. Charlotte says I work better under pressure. Melissa says sometimes there is so much going on, it is priority, but feels like procrastinating. That's true. There's a lot of truth to that. Lazy people were raised that way. I had a major in the Army, Air Corps. We had no room for procrastination. Okay, you're right. Because I guess we just call this prompt. Terry, God bless you too. Go ahead, go do what you're doing there, bro. Barbara, no, wife is not always right. No, I'm sorry. I stand on that. No, I said no. Yes, the military did teach us discipline. My mama taught me discipline before I went into the military, so that helped out a lot right there. Um, Garland says, I feel that I have a million ideas, but like my daddy told me, there's always going to be an idea until I act upon them to become reality. Uncle Snookum was a very wise man, Garland, and he's right. And I came up with some ideas today that I'm going to act. I come up with ideas every day and I build lists in my brain and I check them off. And there's no order that I check them off, but I get them checked off. Yeah. Ned says, I need to retire. Get that. Garland says, like Nike, just do it. That's right. Just do it. Do it. Nothing. I mean, everything is just an idea until you start moving it forward. Yeah. Thank you, Miss Barbara. She agreed. Uh, excuse me, not always. I'm sorry. I'm gonna move on to the next one. Thank you, Francine. You're right. Yeah, have a meeting with yourself. You meet with everybody else. Spend some time with you. Okay. Garland says, if my mind check and see if my mind check and see if it is and my heart can believe it, then I know I can achieve it. I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. This is true. And Garland, there's more truth to that than you know, man. If you can bring it, if you can believe it here and then wrap your heart around it, it's achievable. But we just did a show about that. Is it real or is it a pipe dream? And you have to decide, is this accomplishable or is it not? Am I just blowing, if am I best blowing flowers up my own skirt trying to turn me into an air freshener? Like we talked about becoming an astronaut at 70 years old, you know. So yeah. Smoogie, see, y'all, Smoogie gonna get put on punishment. He gonna get put in the timeout corner. He talking about super quick recap. What are we talking about? Procrastination, Smoogie. Don't make me call you out with your late ass. You late for everything. You late. You gonna be late for the free burgers when they give them out at work. Watch, you're late. So I love Smoogie. Yeah, you know I do. Um, and Garland, you're right. If my mind can conceive it, my heart can believe it, then I know I can achieve it. And that is so very true. Very true. So I got, oh Lord, I talked 33 minutes tonight. Why y'all let me talk for 33 minutes? I guess I got excited. Yeah, I did. Spooky said, I guess I procrastinated on coming into this room. Well, that's the show for tonight. Y'all got any more comments for me before I get out of here? Because honestly, I procrastinate about this show. I procrastinated every week. Earlier this week, I was having thoughts of maybe it's time for us to go on hiatus. And I said, no. I said, well, maybe I'm not going to do this show today. And I said, no. And I'm going to say this. and y'all know I'm a man of faith. Um, Usually when something is telling you not to do it, it's the time to do it. When you feel like you don't have time for it, that's when you need to make time for it. And I know me. I know me. If I don't think about not doing something or stop doing something, then it's not something that I love. So, yeah, every time you find a reason not to do something, you can find three reasons to do something. That's real. So, I'm getting ready to get up out of here. Thank you, Miss Barbara. She said this was good tonight. I'm gonna see how much trouble I'm in when I get off this show. Uh Smokey said we need you to keep procrastinating about hiatus in this show. Hey man, look, I need to find something. Do you know how much blacklist I need to catch up on? So I need to catch up on my blacklist watching. Um, I love your story too, brother Garland. I know what you've been through. I know some of what you've been through. I'm just glad to hear you doing so much better, my brother. All right, y'all. As I put back on my sexy specs, I'm getting ready to get up out of here. So one thing I don't procrastinate about is you. I love and care about each and one of y'all, and I thank y'all for being a part of my show every Sunday. I do. So God loves you. I love you. Take care of yourselves. Respect yourselves, please. Take care of them kids. Give them a hug for me. Respect our vets. I'm Longhorn the Comedian. God bless y'all. $2.